YouTube Tuesday from Barnabas Junction, brought to you in association with the Model Railway YouTube community group, MRYCG, connecting the Model Railway community together. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. Just search for MRYCG.
Good evening, everybody. How are you? Welcome to this week's edition of Facebook Friday, I was going to say, of YouTube Tuesday. Get mixed up with the group, MRYCG groups, and with Stuart taking over his throne. So, good evening. Welcome to everybody. Straight away, already plenty of you in the chat. Beatenhoff Junction, Dave, good evening to you. Rate of Amtrak, Andy Hudson is in the house. Heritage Line saying hello to everybody. Flymo saying good evening, Jason. Good evening to you. Simon Trains. Hello, Simon. How are you? Good evening, Barnabas Junction. Good evening to you. Hope you are well. Si. Angel Share Model Railways. Good evening to Jason and all in chat. Good evening to you. Quarry Central is in. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. And it's Jason, not John, as I stated last week. Apologies for that. Andrew Boone, good evening. Pete Clark, good evening. Crossway Point Junction, good evening to you. Bernie, how are you? Hope you've had a good day. Matthew Whitmore's in. Effingham's in. St Mary's Church Model Railway. Hi, Jason, all in chat. Wilbury Castle Fred, good evening to you. Hello, Jason, Pete and Flymo and everybody else. CSX Rensville's in. Dave Smith's in. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you all had a fabulous week. Northern Rails 44. Hi all. Hi Jason. Evening all. Hi Jason. How good evening to you. Right. So we have got the winner for this to be announced. That will be coming up very, very soon. And I can say the winner is in the chat right now. So that will be announced very, very soon. I have that has been adjudicated by 4 different people. So I know the winner is correct. So all those 4 different people did not confer anything beforehand. They were all told to take a look at it and come back to me, and they all come back with the same name. So I know this person that has won is definitely the winner. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up very soon. Quick drink. So first thing of all is say a huge thank you to all my channels. Oh, actually, it's vanished off the screen. Where's that gone? Let me try that one again. So a big thank you to all my channel supporting members, and I must say a big thank you to Crossways Point Junction Bernie. He has joined as a brand new channel member, so thank you very much. Please go check him out. The links are in the description of the channel for all those that have our channel members. Please go check them out. We've got the Train Freak, Humanity Junction, Owens Model Railways, Leicester Station TMD. I need to show it on the screen, really, don't I? Let me bring up on the screen. It should come up. Hey, oh, there we go. Sorry, I'm a bit too nifty with the clicking of the buttons. I can't. The camera's in the way, actually. There we go. Full screen. There we go. So let me just bring that up. So yes, Leicester Station TMD, building the LR step by step. Simon's Trains Model Railway Showcase, Flint Hills Model Railway, Jeff Hammond. Tim's Trains Modelling and Adventures. Crossways Point Junction, brand new member to join as a channel member, supporter member. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. Eagle Creek Yard, Sparky 10717, Mike Pringle, Donegal Dad, Paul Scenic, Containerman 68, Hollybrook Junction, The Growler, Blackwood N-Gauge Layout, Chris Job of Hernborough Double O Gauge Layout, New Durham Junction Model Railway, Valleybrook 2 Model Railway, Charlie, excuse me, Charlie McGowan, need another drink, John A. Dawson, Andrew Boone, Micro Scenics, and Effingham. Thank you all to every single one of you for jumping on board. I am, and I said it last week, I am in the process of doing some member speciality stuff. I had a few things on my plate at the moment, but I promise you, I've got some very special members-only content coming very soon to you guys. So please go check them out. The links to every single one of these channels that are supporting Barnabas Junction's channel are in the video description. Go check them out, and if you do like what you see, please do subscribe and make sure you interact with the channel by and also clicking that bell and selecting all notifications. So again, massive thank you. If you do want to become a channel supporting member and get your hands on the channel only content coming very soon, all you need to do is go into the description. There is a link in there to become a channel member. There are also other ways that you can support the channel, but please, when you do, make sure you let me know, because for some reason I'm not getting notifications that people are doing it. So huge thank you to every single one of you for supporting and helping to bring this content to you every week. So bringing you back. Right, last week, well, I did a spur of the moment Saturday stream, if you notice, and it was all on this rock face. If you haven't seen it, I will show you again in a bit of a close-up in a moment, because we're going to be working on the upper area above there in a moment. Good evening to Southern Train Girl. Hello, welcome. Digger Evans is in. Thank you for joining us, Digger. Oh, Moreland Model Railway, Andy is in. I'm sure, yes, I've just seen him. Hi, good evening to you. Who else have we got in? So, we've got quite a few new ones jumping in the last few moments. Oliver, Salroll Junction, if I pronounced that correctly. Apologies if I haven't. Good evening. Alan Reynolds, good evening, chaps. Regards, Alan of Buckland Junction. Welcome, Alan. Benton Road Jack is in. Welcome to you all. Yes, Simon says, hello, STG, how are you? Amtrak, yes. Right, so I'm going to get straight on, actually, before we go. Good evening to Kevin, Shawbrook Junction also. Thanks for popping up by, saying hello and joining the stream tonight. So I'm going to get straight on with the first shout-out, and they were in the chat virtually straight away. And this chap has been subjected to a few things that a lot of us YouTubers have had recently, and that's spam comments on our videos. I'm talking about Ray of Amtrak Junction. Please, one of my moderators would very kindly put Amtrak Junction's Model Railway link into the description. That would be very grateful of you. As it is always with my moderators, they do an absolutely fantastic job. And I've just seen fly by me on the screen, DRS68 is in the house. Thank you so much for your very kind, generous donation there. That will certainly be going towards some future projects. And talking of projects, I've got something special lined up for next week. More about that in a moment. John Wybor, good evening from Darlington. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Hollybrook Junction's in. Good evening to you. Anyone else? DRS60, yes. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. So many of you chatting away, saying hello to each other. That's great to see. And remember, go check each other out when you get the opportunity. So, yes, if a moderator would very kindly post the link for Amtrak Junction. He is in the chat, Ray. There we go. Thank you very much, Flymo. You're an absolute star, right on the nail there. Please go check out Ray and have a look at his videos about spam. He got a bit stressed out over it recently. Don't blame him, because a lot of us do. There have been an absolutely humongous spike in spam commenting on videos from bots and just general no good bodies, posting links to virus links and stuff like that. So when somebody does comment and they comment with a link, you'll get some silly text before it. Please don't click on the links, because that will open you up to possibilities of hacking of your devices or your streams. So huge thank you to Ray for highlighting that in his video. Okay, I've just had a message from Andy. So huge thank you to Ray for highlighting that. Please don't let it get to you. It is bots, and we all get it. Eventually, when you do get them and you get in your studio, just click report and block it, and you will not see it. There will be more and more and more and more, but the more you report, the less there will turn up. We will get it regardless of how many subscribers we've got on our channels. No matter how big the channel is, how small the channel is, you will get them. You will get them always. You'll never stop them, but by reporting them, you are helping to reduce them. But yeah, there has been a massive spike of them recently. So just take a moment, take a step back, ignore it, and just get on with enjoying your content. So yes, Amtrak Junction, go check him out. If you like American trains, then that is definitely a channel for you. He is an avid supporter of American, or Canadian, we could say as well, over the sea, over the ponds, model railroading. And yeah, you definitely deserve some of your subscriptions. Check them out. Remember, don't forget to interact with the channel by commenting on some videos, and click that ding dong bell as well to receive notifications of any future uploads or videos. Thank you very much, Beaten Off Junction. That's from Dave. That is very generous of you. £2.50 very kindly donated. Thank you so very much. I will make sure that these super chat donations do go well towards future things. And talking of that, I've actually got a lot of stuff here. I did show it on last week's stream, but this is the sort of thing it goes towards. And I'm going to be moving forward with some of that products that have been purchased. On a little bit of Scenics, we're going to crack in on with above this rock face for the DC line at the top. So we're going to start on that very shortly. David Cook is in. Welcome, David Cook. Tim JD Dowett is in. Thank you for joining us. Who else have we got in? Anybody else to give a shout to? LNER 1946, hello to you. Thank you for joining us. So yes, thank you everybody for indeed joining us tonight. So before I get on with that, I'm glad that Fred is in of Wilbury Castle Model Railway, because he brought up a subject recently about Wi-Fi to outdoor buildings, and there is a lot of people struggle with their Wi-Fi. Excuse me, need a drink. Struggle with their Wi-Fi to their outbuildings. Well, there's no need to worry, because there is a really simple way to cure it. Now, I'm up in my loft. My router is on the ground floor, many meters away from where I am, and I have this connected via Ethernet cable, and the Ethernet cable is only 1 meter long. Well, how can that reach the router, you say, if the router is on the ground floor? That's by using one of these, or two of these, should I say, TP-Links. These are quite inexpensive. You do need two of these. That I will state first of all, you do need two TP-Links. But once you've got one as a master, you can add on as many as you want afterwards. So what are these? These are what convert your internet stream, your broadband, that's around your house to a wired connection using your home mains, ring mains. This is well worth it. You can get a pair of these for about £30. You maybe get them a bit cheaper. I have got about 5 of these around the house. This is a spare one at the moment. There is one right here in the loft, just at the side, and that is connected to my laptop right now. I am not wireless. I am wired, and these are superb. This particular one runs at 500 megabits per second. That's ample for live streaming or even watching YouTube or anything wherever you may be. So this is essential. As long as your outbuilding has got a mains connection to your home electrics, you can use one of these. So you can't use one of these and then have another one of these in another house, because it won't work, because it has to go, it won't go out of the house. But if you've got one of these, you can use, or 2 of these, should I say. You have one by your router, and there's the Ethernet port. You plug your Ethernet cable in there and into your router, and then you have one of these anywhere in the house. Again, Ethernet cable straight to the device that you want to have a wired connection. So this works with any device that's Ethernet connected. You can have a games console, you can have a TV, you can have your home security system, you can have a laptop, you can have a computer, you can have anything that needs internet via an Ethernet cable connected to one of these. So I know it's not model railways, but it helps with live streaming. Essential for, I say, for distance away from a router for your home. If you aren't connected, then unfortunately you then need what's called a Wi-Fi repeater to boost the signal of your Wi-Fi nearer to, too many vindaloos, to boost it nearer to wherever you are. I used to use a repeater, but it was still struggling. With this being such a very solid brick house, the Wi-Fi connection through the walls struggles quite a lot. So I went to one of these and I've never had any issues since. They are brilliant. So highly recommended. Simple to set up. All you do is, you plug that into your router, you plug the other one into your device, and then there's a button at the bottom. You click that button on both devices. This will then go flash, 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 flash. Once both of them do that flash, 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 they will sync to each other and pair up. That is it. Once it stops and then you get static lights, you are connected. Simple as that. And like I say, you can then get another one, and then another one, and another one. As long as you press that pair button on the bottom, and on the master one, you press the pair button on that, it will pair up, and then you can have as many as you wish. Simple, brilliant. So I just wanted to bring that attention. I was meant to mention it last week for Fred, but I actually forgot. So I saw it today and I thought essential that I mention it. Chris Jubb's in the house. Good evening to Chris Jubb. And let me just send a message. One moment. Apologies. Right, okay, that's the next one sorted. Yeah, so great stuff. Indeed it is. Highly recommend them. Right, on to another thing that I have received in the post recently. I've not paid for this, or this has been sent as a demonstration, and it's another sample set from Owen's Model Scenics. And yes, it's Owen. I don't think he's in the chat tonight, Owen. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I saw him or not. But Owen Models Railways, he's got his own little branding. And you may have seen me have done showed some of these stuff off we did on week 2, I think it was. But he sent me another batch. This is of, in fact, they're stuck to the card. Another batch of tufts that he'd been doing. These are available for him to supply and purchase to you at a very, very low price. He's done 3 different products, and I have to say these are a lot. The first ones were brilliant, but these ones are even much better. And he's done them in very different textures. All you need to do is go and find Owen, check out his little website he's produced. I'm not sure if Owen is here to post the link for the website, but please go check Owen's Model Scenics. Check him out. He's on Instagram with the channel, with the little business he's doing as well, and he's also on Facebook with it. And he has, I think he's got a separate YouTube channel showing the stuff as well. So if you like this sort of thing and you want some at very, very reasonably cheap prices, he does do these, I think, with free postage as well. So more on that, as we will be using some of these products around the layout in the future. So thank you, Owen. I will do a more in-depth detail showing of those products as the weeks go by. So Benton Model Railway has just posted the link. Thank you very much, Benton. What's his website called? Owen's Model Scenics. In fact, I'll just see. There's the. I don't know if it. Let me just see if it will. There we go. Owen's Model Scenics. That's the logo you're looking for. Thank you very much to Benton Road for posting the link out for that. Let's have a drink. Growlers in DRS68. I'm going to take more than best wishes to sort this one out, but thanks, and thanks, Southern Train Girl. At the end of the day, I just want my dad back. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Condolences on anything and commiserations for whatever the situation is. I don't want to pry, as it's a private matter, but all the best. Martin Bertalan, I hope I pronounced it wrong. Apologies if I haven't. Banford Road Junctions in. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. So, right. I've missed a lot in the chat, so let me just see if I can go back. People have been sending you best wishes, DRS68. Everyone, thanks, Jason. Unfortunately, it wasn't on the same ring. Oh, right. Okay, no problem. I put in a BG double Wi-Fi socket in the kitchen, about halfway between the router and the shed, and I'm watching this in the shed, cableless. I can't believe it's pushed the signal out there. Fantastic, Fred. Great to hear. Everyone's obviously just been talking about, so thank you for mentioning things about that. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm trying to catch. I'm watching this on my phone with Netflix on the TV in the garage via TP-Link with no issues. So it's got a brill range. There you go. There's an example. Good evening to Growler, says Flymo. Owen also has some kits that he has designed on our free kit website. His kits will be added to the website soon, but they are on a Benton Road Kits website at this moment. Howard Pomfret, good evening. Hi to you. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're well. Right, I'm going to grab the camera. I'm going to bring you over to the rock face, and I want to show you about what the next step is that we're going to. I'm going to work on. So just let me bring the camera over, tilting it down. I'll put the light on so it lights it up a bit. So there's the rock face that I showed on Saturday. I was so eager to show everybody this because it was coming out so stunningly. I could not believe how fantastic it was coming out. I had to do a quick live stream showing me doing this in progress. Still a little bit touching up to do on it, but I left it to dry. But I'm really, really pleased with the outcome. And I think once it gets some of its aesthetics, as in weeds and bushes and a bit of a overgrowth on it, it's really, really gonna jump right out. I am so pleased with it. So that will develop as I'm doing this upper area. So this upper area, we've done the bushes at the back. Now I haven't done the ballasting yet, and that's because I want to do that once I've got some static grasses on here. Excuse me, really dry throat tonight. Right, so I'm just getting my phone so I can see all your chat. Looking very nice, says everyone. Flymo has posted the link for Owen's SMS in. Thank you very much. Excuse me, need that drink. So we have done. So you can see the shadow of the light. Let me just tilt that so we don't get as much shadow. Right, so this is roughly where the static grassing was done up to previously in previous videos. Tilt that down a little bit. So as you can see, it's all up here. Now, what I want to do is blend this rock face in here with some more static grasses. And I want to then start bringing static grasses along the edges around this bushing area and along the rock edge and following all the way along. Now, I say I have had another delivery of products, so I'm going to start off with just a very fine level layer of the 2mm Summer from WWS. The light's not helping on that. They take the light off so you can see it. So starting off with the 2mm Summer, that will be the base layer. Then what I have got is I've got some 4mm Autumn to go on top of that. And then, and also, that's not the one, sorry. I've also got, for right on the line edge, some 4mm Patchy. So we're going to be blending this in. I'm going to do a small area to start with to see how it goes, because this is totally new to me. Well, not new to me. It's totally experimental, shall we say. It's looking better. I wasn't sure I could mention the Nodding Dog and Churchill in the stream. Oh, yes. I know what. I like Churchill, Nodding Dog. Nod away, that's all we say. Hey, it rhymes. Quick drink, then. So, let's get some sticky stuff in place. And still, I've got my trusty PVA mix. It's got a tad of water in it. And do you know what? This has been in here since we did that top area, and it's still lovely and sticky. It hasn't set because I put a drop of water in it to keep it wet, and it's worked wonders. Now, so I want to start at the very back. Let's put the light back on. So I want to start at the very back here, just along the edge of the bushes. Now I'm going to be trying to do this looking around the camera, so apologies if my arm gets in the way. Now I'm not being fussy at all with the gluing, not fuss at all. I just don't want to get too close to the rail edge because we've got the patchiness to go on there. So where it comes up to the rail edge, I'll be very, very lightly dusting with the glue. I won't put it on as thick. Now it will soak in, so we'll probably have to put in a couple of layers of this. It doesn't matter if it gets on the bushes because eventually this is going to be very, very overgrown. As I want it to be quite weedy, if you know what I mean, quite weedified. And certain areas it won't actually have it as well. So we want quite a bit there, but hardly any just there. But it might work, it might not work, and I'm also going to push the glue down under the bushes. Also, I've just spotted, I remember I left that top area there. So I'm just going to put a couple of dabs on there as well because I want it to be caught up there. Right, so I say I don't want it to be a big thickness. I just want a small amount in there. So what have we got already? We've got a mix of grasses already in the applicator. So I'm going to just take that out because I'm not sure what that mix is. Okay. Or anything that gets separated and I'm not sure what it is. I've got a tub that I'm just literally putting it all in. And then I'll just mix it all up to make a complete and utter difference in colours. If that's the base you made the kitchen towel and plastic, it's turned out to be more useful than first go. Sticky stuff, i.e. glue. Haha. Yeah, sticky stuff. So I think that might be enough. I'll just put another. Doesn't matter if we put too much in because we can just put it back in the bag. So I haven't put too much in because I don't want to overload. That rattle sounded like Bob Ross shaking off the brush. Yeah, Bob Ross. Fluffy little clouds. Nice little clouds. Right, so we've got the 2mm in there. Just in there. So 2mm summer. And this is going to be the interesting part because I've got to try and work around the camera and also around the apex of the roof. So hopefully it will draw out. Let's have a look. Oh, it is. That's going all right, actually. That's going. Now I have to come back out. Now, it's quite a bright greeny colour at the moment. Don't worry, it won't end up that way. Right. Well, straight away, I'm quite pleased with that. That's come out quite well, and it's that good. I think I'm going to go and do a little bit more, add a bit more. And we've hardly used any in that tub, so just turn that off. I'm going to add a little bit more, a little bit further down there, roughly where that ballast ends, so I can blend it in with the current Scenics. As you can see, it's lifting off a little bit. That's because it's the area where I'm going to blend. So I want a little bit there. Yeah, that'll do. And I'm going to go further because I'm really pleased with that. So again, as it gets closer, there's quite a deep area there. I'll push that in. Not too much there. Quite patchy. Now, this is obviously the first layer is using glue. After that, we will then use the layering spray to add additional on top. Quite thick there because that's quite a deep area, and not so much there. It's always good to not go too far straight away, and don't make it like constantly covered everywhere covered. And I'm going to go quite thick right into the nitty gritty of that bit there. You can't see me on the screen there, so let's go again. Let's add the next amount on. So we'll start over around the camera. We'll just do that bit over there to start with. Power on. Yep, that's worked beautifully. I'm pleased with that. So that's a nice little bit of a blend already there. That's worked wonders. Obviously, when I do the muddy and the patchy and the colour blending, it will not be as green. Let's check our levels. Levels are good. So let's go here. Let's carry on along. I think I need to check the levels now. Yeah, it's getting a bit low now. Turn it off so I don't need zap myself. Thanks very much, Flymo. Thank you very much for reposting the links again. That's absolutely top notch of you. And we got I'm going to put a bit more. How much we got? Just a little bit more. Good evening, Ollie. Good evening. Oh, sorry I'm late. No, you're never late. Anytime you're welcome to pop in and out as often as you like. You don't. There's no need to. There's no such thing as being late, in my opinion. King Fox Junction, hi to you. Welcome to this evening. So let's. In fact, let me just turn the camera. There we go, so you can see what I'm doing. hair stuck there on the track. So yeah, I want it to be quite green there. There we go. That's a nice layering. It's coming good. I think what we'll do is, I'm that pleased with it, I'm going to go all the way to the end. Let's go all the way to the end. Well, it helps if I can remember where I put the glue down. I'll put it down somewhere. Oh, it's there. Can't see wood for trees. If anyone's heard that saying. So let's go all the way to the very end. And we're bringing up some bushes are coming off. Let's tighten that camera up because it's turning. There we go. Let's just scrape them off. Some bushes that didn't get mopped up with the hoovered up. But not worries. It will blend in somewhere. So we're going to go quite deep into the bushing area because this is quite a thin area of bushes. And then quite lightly here because it's quite close to the track edge. It wouldn't be green right to the edge. That's why we're going to have the patchy grass. Right, so the final area. Bit of a clump there. That's not a problem. It's all right. I think we're done. So until I get right to do scenics there, that's where I stop. Right, so I'm going to empty the remainder of the 2 mil. Fluffy little clouds. Back into the bag without spilling it everywhere. Yes, quite pleased with that. Yes, I am quite pleased with that. In fact, I've just realised I don't want to put the 2 mil back yet because I've got another section to do, which is this side of the track, just up against the rock edge. Forgot about that. So let me put the 2 mil back in, and we'll do the whole area across the top for this. And this is where we'll be able to blend in the rock face into the grasses. So I'll put quite a bit in there, back in there now. Okay, so we're going to do over the top now, right at the top of the rock face. Now, it's quite a thin area here, so we just want just the very top of the rock. Just nicely paste across the top. Now, I don't want it to dribble down yet because I'm going to be doing the patchiness along the actual rock face separately using the fast tack glue, not PVA. And I don't want it to be all the way. I want it to be quite thin in places to show off the rocks through the grass a bit. So I'll go quite thick there. Let's move the camera back. Quite thin there, but then a bit of a thicker patch. Dab it on, just roughly. Quite a bit of rock there to show up. Let's turn that so you can see, and this is where it'll blend in. There's a rock there. I don't want to cover that rock up, so I'll go round that rock And then this is where it'll blend in. So, over the edge of that, so blend into the current grasses. Smear the glue. So it doesn't matter about the current grasses. That should just do it. Should be just enough. Just put a bit more at the back there. That's it. So we'll get a bit of a blend into the rock face. That should be it. So we're going to do that whole area in one go. We'll start up at that end. And not being too fussy, being quite light and liberal. I don't want it to be quite thick. I still want the rock to kind of show through. If you can see what I mean, it's only lightly being covered. I'll do around here now. Try and do this one hand on the camera. Oh, I just dropped the microphone, sorry. So around that rock and over the top here. Create the blend, and there will be quite a few bushes going down there. That is about it, I think. It's going good. Yeah, now turn that off. I'll pick the microphone up. Hello, everybody. So that's quite a light covering of the green. It just gives that bit of a, it just hides the rock edge, if you know what I mean, to create into a bit of a grassy area. Did I hear you say water down the PVA glue? No, I have not. This is neat PVA that I'm using for this. I would only use watered down PVA for my ballast with a washing up liquid mix. But for this, for the base layer of this, I'm using neat PVA. And then once I've done that, once I've done the PVA, I can then go over and continue with the layering spray to add further grasses. Right, so I think it's time for the shout out number 2. Hello, Barnabas Junction, and your microphone. Where's the wife? Yes, I think he's volunteering me out. And oh, what's that about? Volunteering for what? Oh, Sunday dinner you binned in exchange for me helping with yes. Right, so shout out number 2 for this evening, and it is, I say, if you want to shout out, you've got to be in the chat. And straight away from the start, it was from someone at the very beginning of the show that I saw in the chat. And shout out number 2 for tonight is to be, drum roll, is Quarry Central. Jason King of Quarry Central, you are shout out number 2 this evening. So a huge thank you for joining the chat tonight and obviously being on the stream. So thank you very much. I thought you said put a drop of water in it and it lasted. Oh, right. Yeah. I put just a drop in it a couple of weeks ago to keep it wet so it didn't dry out in the tub because it was slightly drying out. So thank you very much, Andy. There's posting the link for Quarry Central. Quarry Central, absolutely superb chap, Jason. He's working hard on his layout. Go check him out, please. Very well worth a channel to have a look at. And bearing in mind, also, when you do have a look out, please interact with the channel when you subscribe. Make sure you click the bell and select the bell for all notifications to receive notifications of videos and upcoming any live streams that you might do. So yes, Quarry Central, you are shout out number 2 this evening. So congratulations to you. Thank you for joining this evening. I have seen him in chat. So yes, you have earned yourself a shout out number 2 this evening. I'm trying to work out what shout out number 3 was. I did choose it already. And I've already forgotten who it was. Oh, yes, I just remembered. Yes, I just remembered who shout out number 3 is this evening. Okay, so people are checking it out. Yes, make sure if you do subscribe, you must interact with any channels. When you do, if you don't interact, YouTube will remove your subscription because they'll think it's just a sub for sub kind of thing. Okie dokie. So that's that first bit done. That's the first bit of layering done. I'm quite pleased with that. It's coming out quite well. It's blended quite well. I'm just watching how it's drying. It's already drying, would you believe it? So what I want to do now is add a bit of colour to it. So we're going to add a little bit of the autumn 4mm on top to give it a bit of a darker look. And then once that's done, I will then go along the track edge once I've ballasted and add some patchy, but I'm not going to do that right now. The patchy will go on once the ballasting has been done, as this area is really getting to the point of ballasting. There will be a few seafoam bushes and trees yet also to be going along there, and so that is something for a future episode. If you want to know what seafoam trees are, there's one I did a few weeks ago. That is slowly being trimmed and cut up. As you can see, it's flat on the back end. I've been trimming bits of it for bushes already on the layout. So yeah, there will be some seafoam. So there'll just be in the rock face or on this edge, the seafoam ones, and might be more of a bushiness on the back end over the far side of the track. So let's get the applicator and let's fill up with a bit of 4mm autumn. Now this autumn is a bit in the balls, so as I'm putting it in, I'm going to break it up a bit. WWS have released a deballer, definitely worth checking out. Something that a lot of us would probably find quite handy to ensure that your static grasses, no matter what company or whatever, because it happens to them all, deballs much easier. So if you want to know what I mean by balling, your static grasses end up like that in balls, lumped balls. So you need to break them up for the static grass. You need a deballer. Yes, I do. So just putting some 4mm autumn into the applicator, as well as dropping it on the floor. Don't need to be doing that. How is it sitting on the seafoam? That's using layering spray. Where have I put it now? Yeah, that was literally, it was done using layering spray. And then used the WS static grass block to get them to go on. And it's turned out that was 2mm autumn, but I have got some 1mm for doing more trees. But yeah, it's turned out really nice. I'm really impressed. You could put a little tree in the cliff face, as in Karate Kid. Yes, Miyagi tree. Yeah, that's definitely something worth looking at. Right, so I'm going to use some of the layering spray, only a small amount, because I want it not to be completely covered in the 4mm. I want it to be minimalistic, I should say, in certain areas. Pretty much where it's in the larger, deeper area and over the current bushes as well. So I'm just going to go literally just small and just a tiny amount over there as well. That's it. That's all we need. Goes a long way, this stuff does. Love the smell of it. Right, bonsai. Hey, hope everyone's off with the Karate Kid wording now. So let's go with the 4mm. And we'll work That's coming out good. That's going good. Just gives it a darker green, so it's not as bright, if you know, everyone knows what I mean. And you don't need much. Turn the camera. Definitely don't need much. And that's why I only sprayed a small amount over. Yeah, that's just nice, that is, I think. Nice. A bit more up here, I think. Yep, that's going good. Yeah, pleased with that. I haven't used hardly any of that, to be honest. But you can make it out. I think maybe here you want a bit. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's better. That's just a little bit thicker. Yeah, that's exactly the result I was hoping for. Still a little bit thicker in that middle area. And then once that's ballasted and we add the patchy, that will really bring that area very much to life as required. So that is pretty much it. What I will do is give that a blast now just to seal that down. Seal that in, and then I can reapply later on. Let's take you in for a bit of a closer look along that rock edge. Sorry about the camera. I'm trying to play around with my legs on my tripod now. So there we go. So it looks more green than what it actually will, but once it dries, let's take that light down a bit. Wrong way, that way. There we go. Apologies for the shadow. You can see the quite an overgrown look now there. Work that along the track work above the rock face. I think that's quite effective. Once the ballast is in there, the ballast is weathered, that's really going to look really, really good. We're very, very pleased with the result. Thanks very much. Hi, Scrapline. Tim, welcome. Chelmsford Junction. Pete, good evening. St Mary's. Andy Giblin, thank you for joining us. Good evening. Just catching up with everybody in the chat. Oh yes, that's something. Yes, right. Just sorting out next shout out. Now I've been asked to give a mention for the UK Premier North American Model Railroad store that stock ZN, OO and HO scale stock. They are in Burton-on-Trent. Their website is www.mec-models.com. When that goes off screen, can you give a shout out, please? visited today, and the NMRA, great people, full range of DCC concepts, Woodland, Scenics, WWS, Pico, Hornby, Backman, plus lots of US stuff as well. Open for click and collect services. So yes, I've just been asked to just give that a shout out. So if you'd like to post a link in for that website, that would be handy actually. That rock face looks on the money. You should post a nice clear picture in the group. I will. I have been taking photographs, so thank you very much. For you to say that, Scrapline, I must have done well, because you are, to me, one of the best scenic modelers that I know. And for you to say that's good, it's on the money, it must be good. Thank you very much. That's much appreciated. The view is quite good there, isn't it? Obviously, I've got to sort out down this area where the ballast is. I've got to get rid of the whiteness. So that's going to take a bit of touching up with some paints and probably a bit of sleeper grime around the bottom. But also, obviously, I've got to put weedings all around the bottom area as well. But that will come in when I do that. So I think when this bottom area has been cleaned up and got rid of this whiteness, this section is really going to stand proud, and I am very proud of what I've achieved. Just take a look. If you can see that was my first attempt there as a rock face, and I thought that was brilliant. But from going from that to this, that looks like somebody's been in and done it for me. But you know fine well from the Saturday stream, I did that, and I am so pleased of what I've achieved. So thank you very much, Tim, for your very kind recommendation there. Yeah, I'm very pleased. Put the light on a moment, see if it looks any better with the light on. No, I think it looks better without the light on, to be honest. You get to the shadows. Yeah, it looks. You get a few of the highlights popping out with the light on, but you get the shadows of the rocks with the light off. So yeah. So as it goes along, we obviously crack on with the more grassing at the top, the weeds, the ballasting. It's really going to set off. And maybe we'll look at adding, the fencing, which we've got, just turn that fencing. I may continue that along the rock face top, or I might just stop it roughly here. And have the fence maybe go down the edge. I'm not sure about what you guys think. Should I carry that fencing all the way along the top of the rock face, or do you think that'll spoil it, or should I look at just stopping it just there? Would I like your opinions on that? Got an EWS 37 on its way for the layout. Says beaten off. Another one to the fleet. Fantastic stuff. Amtrak Junction, my handy store to get my US trains, apparently. Right. Oh, thank you very much, Andy. You've posted the link. Super duper. So it's time for shout out number 3. And again, it was somebody that was in the chat from the very beginning. And shout out number 3 today is going to be Simon's Trains Model Railway Showcase. Simon has done an absolutely wonderful showcasing of his route to work and home. Obviously, no one can go out train spotting at the moment, not until Monday at least. And he has been using the opportunity of his travelling back and to from work to showcase the railways in his area and the trains that he travels on, talking about the trains and capturing some very special ones while he's waiting for his train on the station at Rugeley Trent Valley. So yes, Simon's train, and I used to call it Simon Trains at the beginning, but it's Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase. Superb chap, and I have met Simon. He's an absolutely superb chap, and I look forward to meeting you again very soon. Talking of meetups, yes, the MRYCG 2020 Mega Meet, the first one for nearly 2 years, has now been announced. If you want to know about that, then make sure you go check out the MRYCG Facebook group. All details are on there. Simon says, I'm quite surprised on the shout out. Laugh out loud. Why would you be surprised? You've got a great channel, Simon. I thoroughly have enjoyed your commute vlogs. And if anybody, I recommend you actually go back and follow his commute vlogs from as early as possible. Have a look at them. It's been very, very entertaining. And there's been some comedy moments along the way. Just like there was one, was it last week, while I was walking through, coming from the railway station, and he was making his way home. Somebody randomly just shouted, "Are you doing a live? Are you on YouTube live streaming?" And he was like, "Yeah." "Oh, I'm gonna be famous." that was just a comedy moment in itself. That was brilliant. So yes, the MRYCG Mega Meet. More details are yet to be followed. To follow. We have not released all the information regarding the meet yet, but it's set to be a corker. It's a meet not to miss. And yes, it's at the Worley headquarters in Oldbury. Sorry. So if you can get the opportunity to get there, highly would love for you to join us. Obviously, COVID restrictions attaining, we'll have to wait and see. It may, if things change, the meet will have to change in accordance with the restriction laws. But as it should stand, all is well, and there will be still sanitization and all that lots, and there may be a requirement for face coverings as well. But we'll wait and we will keep you alerted on that. So yeah, it should be a great meetup. It's on the 31st of July at the Worley Club, and to get in there, to get in for free, all you've got to do is show on your mobile device that you are a member of the Facebook group. That's as simple as it is. So please pop over, join the Facebook group, answer the 3 questions that are essentially required to join the group. And yes, you can join us. Thank you very much. That's this Facebook page. That is the MRYCG Facebook page. Yes, Flymo. And that is the Worley website as well. Thank you very much for moderators for posting those links. Defo, stop the fence short, Jason. You can see my video and channel. I've got the latest. Can't wait to come to Worley Club for the first time. When's the Chester meet? Oh, the Chester meet. Well, it's not necessarily a meet as such, but yes, for those that you don't know, Pete Waterman's going to have a model railway on display at Chester Cathedral from the 12th of July, I think it is, to the 3rd of September. Visited the guys today on behalf. Yeah, okay. Get your latest one on the tabs to watch tonight, Simon. But definitely a good channel, chap. Yes, there you go. You got a recommendation there from Flymo. Definitely is worth seeing. You can see my video on my channel later. Crossways Point Junction is going to be posting a video on there. We'll definitely be having a look at that. I've got to go. See you later, says Southern Train Girl. That's Nikki. Thank you very much for joining. Hope you're well, and good to see you again in the future. Amtrak Junction, I've checked on MRYCG website, and my YouTube live schedule for Sunday isn't on there, Jason. I will get it on. Don't worry. I have had the email. I will get it on. There was a problem, and I ended up sorting a problem out with the website, and then I went on to put your link on. This problem has begun, and I got sidetracked fixing that problem, but then forgot to do it. So I will do it, Ray. Don't you worry. Everyone's saying goodnight to Nikki. Do we get for free if we are a Worley member? Of course you do. If you're a Worley member, it's free entry as well. Bring some money, tea, coffee, cakes. Yes, there will be obviously collection points for charities on the pot at the moment there. So bring a few pence to go towards tea and coffee that will be available, and just drop a donation in the pot for charity. How much are the wagons, Andy? That's Chelmsford Junction. Defo, stop the fence short. Yes, still waiting for work to book my holiday for the MRYCG meet. I really, really would be great to, because it's not far from you, is it, Simon? So yeah, Third shout out then is Simon's Trains Model Railway Showcase. Go check him out. Subscribe if you like the content, and remember, click the bell, select all for future notifications, and ensure you interact with that channel to attain your future subscription. I've just been asked a question off screen. How is the 24-hour thing working? Are we all watching at one place on Facebook, or will be bouncing from one channel to another? Yes, the MRYCG around the world in 24 hours live streaming event. It's not to be hosted by MRYCG. It's being hosted by MRYCG members on their own channel. So yes, there will be a schedule, and you'll be pointed in the right direction as every hour passes on where to go to for the next hour's live stream in a full 24-hour period. It's nothing. It's not being ran by MRYCG. We just put the suggestion out there, and it's going good. There's only 9 slots remaining out of the full 24, and it will be taking place on Sunday, the 2nd of April, which is a week next Sunday. So still just under 2 weeks to go before the actual live stream streaming starts taking place. So back to the chat. The one that starts on July the 4th. Already sub to Simon. Great channel, great video, great bloke. There you go. That's from Pete of Chelmsford. Club members will be on offer. On the wagons at the July members meet. So wait till then. Okie dokie. Sorry, did not see that, Andy. Okie dokie. Right. So we're now closing on 1 hour, 5 minutes, 6 minutes already. Right. So we have got. I'm going to move my camera. Right. So let's move that, because we're going to be talking about that in a moment. Looking at the ceiling. Oh, we're lopsided. Oh, well, that was tickled. There we go. That's better. Right. So, we're going to be doing the draw, announcing the winner of this. If you took part, were you the lucky winner? We'll find out in a moment. But, right, next week, YouTube Tuesday will be not at 8 o'clock as normal schedule. It will be from 7 next week, because at 8 o'clock, I've got something extremely important that I've got to be part of, which is totally nothing to do with YouTube. It's totally something else. It's to do with the radio thing. And it's something I can't miss. And so next week's YouTube Tuesday will be at the slightly earlier time of 7 p.m. And next week, it's not going to be Scenis. I had a request for something, and it's going to be... Look at the mess. It's going to be a TMD running session next week. I have been tidying it up. So we're going to have a little bit of shunting around the TMD. So next YouTube Tuesday, it's going to be a little different as normal. So next week is a YouTube Tuesday running session on the 4 Eagles TMD. And yes, it's DRS. It's a DRS. So if you like your DRS, make sure you tune in. We're going to have a running session on there next week. Short running session, because, and it will, remember, it will be at 7 p.m. I will obviously put a reminder out for everybody that it will be at 7 p.m., not 8. But don't worry, still the same. We're still doing the shout outs, all the same. And it will be about 50 minutes long, something like that. So there's a slim chance I may make it 30 minutes earlier or 15 minutes earlier than 7 o'clock. But as it stands at the moment, it will be at 7 p.m. instead of 8 next week. And then the following week, all back to normal. So I hope you can all still join in. Oh, here we go with the shanks. I feel sick now. Jay needs a Barnabas. What's that? Jay needs a Barnabas t-shirt. I've got one. I've got a Barnabas cap as well. It's up there. It is. I should wear it, really. 4th of April, not the 2nd. Right. Thank you very much, Simon. I did. That was me. I'm awful with dates and times. Right. Brilliant. Looking forward to it. Will the DB Schenker Class 37 invade it will, because it is a DRS locomotive now. So it will invade. Whether it comes out red, that's a different matter. Join in with what we are doing crossways. Yeah, when Jason moved the cam, Flymo. What was that? You okay, Pete? Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry. Did it make you feel sick? A bit sicky there. So 7 p.m. on the 29th, YouTube Tuesday. Thank you very much, Flymo. If you got that right. Is it the 29th? Do you know, I don't even know what day of the week next week is. Just every day is the same, isn't it? Let's just wait for that. So next is the 30th, Flymo. So next week, the 30th of March, will be at 7 p.m. Maybe a little bit earlier. Matthew Whittemore, my favourite DRS train is the 68 and the 37. Superb. 4th of April is my birthday, says Pete Clark. Wow. Well, we'll have to wish you an happy birthday for Sunday the 4th on my Sunday stream. 30th next Tuesday. Yes, thank you very much. No worries, Fimo. I didn't know what day it was. So don't no worries. Yeah, it's the 30th of March at 7 p.m., not 8. Right, so let's get the show on the road. Let's announce something. So it's time to announce who the winner is. Now, what I just need to do is just change something. Yeah, I need to change to that. Bring that back. So last week we did a live on stream, guessed the number between 1 and 100. Now, as I expected, the numbers did not show properly on the live stream, because I saw numbers differently on the live stream than when I did on the replay. Now, I did say I would go by the replay. If nobody has checked the replay out, then you obviously don't know who's won it then. But the winner is here tonight, I can confirm, in the chat. Who is the winner? Who is the winner? So let's have a look. Let's wait for that to come up. Oh, Gary Lester, good evening to you. Sorry you're late. No problem, no worries. Just in time to announce who the winner was. Right, so I'm going to share this on the screen. This is a screenshot of the winner. I did say the number had to be after I said start. And on the screen, you should be able to see the very first person. And it was almost straight away that the number was posted. The winning number was number 73. And yes, indeed, it was first posted by Angel Share Model Railways. Congratulations, you are the winner of this. As you can see there, it's just above the tab. You can see Angel Shares posted number 73. He was the first person to post in the winning number of 73. So Angel Share, congratulations. You are the winner of this Woodland Scenics Earth Colours kit. This is yours. Please get in touch with me as soon as possible to claim your prize, and I will get this off to you as soon as possible. I look forward to seeing what you are going to do with it. So big congratulations to Angel Share Model Railways. You are the winner of the Earth Colours kit, courtesy of myself. And there he goes. He's just posting out there. Let's bring his comments up on the screen. Wow, yay, nice one, Jason. Awesome prize and perfect for me. So yes, congratulations, Angel Share. This is yours. You were the first person to comment with the number 73. Reminds me of a children's TV program from my younger days. And if you know what I mean, comment in the chat. It'd be nice to know if anybody else knows what I mean. So yeah, get in touch with me after the stream to claim your prize, and we'll get that off to you as soon as possible. So yes, thank you very much for everybody for taking place in that giveaway. We will do more like that. If you enjoyed it, I will do more of them. So yeah, huge congratulations to Angel Share. Thank you very much for taking part. Let's take that off the screen now. There we go. So yeah, fantastic stream again. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. I'm going to be getting off now. Remember, we will carry on with the Scenics. I'll carry on off stream, obviously, but we will carry on with more Scenics, not next week, because next week will be a running session on the TMD, especially for those that have requested it. And then the week after, we will get back on with further Scenics. I am really eager to get this top area finished so we can then crack on with the lower area here on this corner area and get this footbridge painted up. And I might actually get that footbridge painted up this week in preparation, and also start getting these scenic seafoam trees on that rock face area. So that's it for this week. Thank you very much for my moderators. You've done an absolutely superb job. I can't thank you enough. You are great help to the channel, and I will be looking out for you in the future with something a little bit special, just as a bit of a thank you. But also remember, those that are channel members, thank you very much to everybody that is a channel member already. Links are in the description below for you to go check them out. Very, very highly appreciate you all being channel members. There's the list. Go check them out and do subscribe to any of that you do like the look of. So links are in the description below the video and are there for the future. So a big thank you also of Bernie of Crossways Point Junction. He is the latest member, YouTube member, to the supporting the channel. It's highly appreciated. If you want to become a channel member, the link is in the description, or it's on my home page of the channel. There's a join button. You click on there and you can select a membership level of your choice. There's no requirement. It's totally voluntary of your own choice. But don't forget, if you are not subscribed to the channel, that is free to do. Please do subscribe. I appreciate your subscriptions highly and very, very dearly. And for those that are channel members, don't forget, I have got some exclusive content coming especially for you very soon. So again, thank you very much for everyone for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm really pleased with how things are developing, and I hope you're enjoying too. Remember, all links for products used here on the layouts are also in the description. Please go check out some of the company's products, and if you do like them, go and grab something. Absolutely splendid stuff. So until next week, remember, we'll be 7 o'clock or maybe a little bit earlier than the usual 8 o'clock. I'll see you again very soon. Take care, everybody. Stay safe, and remember, best of all, keep on modeling. Bye for now.